evening, saltiness isn't blisters. Tonight I bring you another tasty recipe, and this one has a couple great shortcuts. So tonight I am featuring chicken Alfredo. It's chicken Alfredo skillet too. I recently featured chicken parmesan skillet on the channel. This is very similar to that in using the pre-cooked noodles, and I've also got a jar of Alfredo sauce. So those are two of the great shortcuts for this recipe. But we're just kind of taking all those delicious flavors and the idea of that meal and condensing it down and making it just quick and easy in the kitchen, so you don't have to just be in here making everything from scratch. So let's get started. I've got my skillet here. I've got my burner on low. What I've done is I've already cooked my chicken. So these are 2 chicken breasts that I have trimmed the fat and cut into chicken tenders, cooked in my pan, drained my pan, but of course you can leave the oil and the bits of chicken in there if you want. And then I'm going to season my pan with everything over here, put my chicken back in to just let that cook and kind of just absorb all those tasty seasonings we're putting in the pan. Everything we're adding to our pan will be to taste, so you decide based on your taste buds and also based on how much chicken you're using, how much you want to put in there. So that is our olive oil, and I like to kind of spread it around evenly. Next, I'm going to put some dried parsley. You can always go with fresh. I've got 2 minced garlic cloves. The garlic you can slice, you can mince, you can go with dried, whatever works best for you. A little splash of lemon juice. You can also use a fresh lemon. Some cracked pepper. And last but certainly not least, some grated parmesan. Any kind of cheese will work, any style of cheese will work. And then I'm just going to kind of spread that and mix that around the pan with that little bit of heat on there. I think I'm going to add a little more oil and a little more lemon juice. So that's the beauty of this too. Because our chicken is not in the pan, we can just kind of eyeball it as we mix and spread it around to make sure that we've got enough to coat and season our chicken. So I'm going to put my chicken back in the pan. As I put it in there, I'm kind of going to roll it around in that as best I can. So like I said, if you want to kind of just top it with a spoon, that works too, to just make sure all those flavors get on each piece of your chicken. Then we're going to cover and simmer this for 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, really, we're just heating the noodles and sauce in our separate pan, so this doesn't really need much time to heat up. Our chicken just came out of here hot, and our pan is still hot. Okay, so we have our chicken all seasoned up. It is just kind of doing a nice little simmer in there, covered. I've got the burner just below medium-low. Next up is our noodles and sauce. So I featured these recently. This is just a great new thing to me, maybe new on the market as well. 8.5 ounces here, and this is a different style pasta than the one I used in the other video. So just a great shortcut right there. Just gonna kind of break that up with my spoon. And now add my sauce to that. So this is a jarred Alfredo. All right, so now we're gonna add our Alfredo sauce in. You guys will decide how much you need based on how much you want and like, but also how many noodles you have and how creamy you want it. I put about half the jar in, so that would be about 8.5 ounces, 7.5 ounces that I just added. And I'd say that looks pretty good right there. So I have the burner on medium. I'm going to cover that, and I'm going to just let that simmer along with my chicken before I combine it on a plate. Dinner is ready. Let's get some of those noodles our Alfredo on a plate. One of our chicken breasts in there. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.